hit points don't make much sense, do they? Like, when you think about it, they don't make any lick of sense. At least when you think about, compared to us, compared to the normal human being who gets stabbed or shot once and then it's done. And then you get, like, your barbarians, for example, who will hop off a cliff just willy-nilly because they know they can take the hit. But I don't think about it like that. I don't think about hit points as, oh, I have so many hit points, therefore I can take this sort of hit. I don't think about it as purely physical damage, because obviously there's psychic damage, there's other types of damage. But I think it's easy when we look at that weird little number on our character sheets, whether it's for D&D or Pathfinder or Morkborg or any sort of system that uses that sort of hit points, quantifies hit points in that way. It's easy to get trapped by thinking of hit points in purely a physical damage mindset. But that's not how I think about it. I like to think about it more as a quantifiable way of looking at your character's will to exist. They're not just able to take more shots, take more hits, take more damage. They're able to deal with more stress. And that's why I think hit points, as they are in games like Starfinder, I think they're fine. I got this idea while I was browsing TikTok. Saw a video by Roll for Real, and it made me think, hang on a minute, yeah, that's an interesting point. And I will be linking their video in the pinned comment and in the description of this video, just because I think it's only fair. But I think you could, like they suggested, you could limit the amount of hit points a character can gain over the course of a campaign. Their suggestion was around level 7, which I think is pretty good. And that mitigates how ridiculously long combat can take at later levels. And I think you can still do that and think of, damage in a more abstract way, or hit points in a more abstract way. But yeah, it was just something that made me go, that's a good point. But I have a, not counterpoint, because I'm not disagreeing. I guess I'm yes-anding the original video, in typical improv and D&D TTRPG fashion. But yeah, that's about it. I thought I had more to say, and I sort of did. I had points on talking about the Blades in the Dark character sheets and Deadlands character sheets, but I wanted to show examples of how they do it and how I sort of think that's better. But I kind of struggle to explain it without having the character sheets on hand, and I'm not going to go out and hunt down a character sheet just to show it off for a video. I just can't be bothered. But if you want me to make a video comparing TTRPG character sheets and criticizing them and talking about them as someone who has played at least dozens of TTRPGs at this point, I'll do that, maybe, if there's enough demand for it, because that sounds like a bit of faff. But yeah, I had this idea. I wanted to stitch the video, but I realised I was going to say more than I think is necessary for a TikTok, and yeah. Anyway, I hope that all made sense. If you agree with what I've said or disagree with what I've said, please chime in. That's what I want to make these face-to-camera, like talking head style videos for, to generate discussion. And the last one I did on how points need to be lowered in 40k seems to have done well. Maybe that's just because it's 40k in the title, or it's because it's my mug on screen. I don't think it's that. It might also be the thumbnail, but maybe this does well too. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off for a bit because I've tried to record this so many times and stumbled over my words and my thoughts, and it sort of fucked with my head a bit, which is why I look a bit and sound a bit flustered. I think I've tried to record this now 15 times. So I hope this made sense. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next one.